We're back with Andrew Weissman, Barbara McQuaid, and Tim Heaphy. And John Lauro did it again. Donald Trump's criminal defense lawyer went on another Trump-supporting television show tonight, this time on Newsmax. And he said it again. He offered testimony from Donald Trump. He said on television tonight, at the end, he, meaning Trump, asked Mr. Pence to pause the voting for 10 days, allow the state legislatures to weigh in, and then they could make a determination to audit or re-audit or recertify. So there he is saying, again, deliberately now, this is no slip. This is no accident. This was his decision to go on television tonight to say, at the end, he asked Mr. Pence to pause the voting for 10 days. And Andrew Weissman, as we've already pointed out, the lawyer who was advising them on this, in writing said he believed it's against the law to do that.
There's no advice of counsel defense here. For that reason, the White House deputy counsel told President Trump at the time that John Eastman actually said this theory does not work. Mm-hmm. By the way, the opening part of what John Lauro added, which was at the end, if he's adding that because he's just heard from Mike Pence and his counsel, that's not a good idea, because they just said that's not what he initially did. He initially actually said just throw it out. So, I mean, that qualifier is actually confirmatory of what we just heard Mike Pence say. And again, just to be clear, this idea that it needed to go back to the states, that is something that we know from this indictment, and we know from the tape recordings of Brad Raffensperger, that did not work. So this was just a play for time of, can we just get this back, and then we can go back and continue pressuring the states. But because they knew that didn't work. So this was like plan B after plan A failed with Mike Pence, which is exactly what Mike Pence was saying.
Tim Heaphy, the unprofessionalism of John Lauro outside of the courtroom now is just playing on itself. I think Andrew's point is right. You saw on other networks today, you saw Mike Pence talking about the pause and how ridiculous that was. You saw Mike Pence's chief of staff at the time talking about the pause and how ridiculous that was. And it seems like John Lauro was watching TV and decided to make his next reply on television in reply to what he was hearing from other people on TV today.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell, Lawrence, what he knows, what he's paying attention to. What actually happened, what we learned from